traders, how is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? David wants to see if we are going to update on gold. Well, yeah, we are. Hope everybody's having a cup of coffee. I am. You know, we have a new brand new show. It's practically the fourth token. I don't know what that is, 40 siblings, but you know, I'm going to ban you, simply as that, because you are definitely pushing something that is not ours. All right, so hello, YOLO silver. I'll do silver. No, I can't do silver because that is a VIP trade, mate. That is a VIP trade only for swing traders. I can tell you without giving you the actual setup. Yeah, hold on. I'll do that. Yeah. I'm gonna do silver without giving you the setup. Hello, Amir, Tanya, and Farid from Jordan in the house. Right. Hello, Chetan. How are you, mate? So, yeah, we do have a great show. Today, it marks the beginning. Okay, Dekis, I'm going to answer that question, but hold on. Let me first inaugurate the first of many to come daily edges. This is my new show here at Learn to Trade. I'm going to be live every single day at 30 minutes before the New York Open. If we have some important news before that, maybe I'll start a little bit earlier. But I'm going to be here every single day for an hour or so. You know, 30 minutes before the New York Open and 30 minutes after the New York Open. What? Yeah, I mean, that marks the very beginning of this show. Like I said, I'm not Well, my webcam is off because I am updating my studio. So when my studio is updated, you're going to have the full-on learn to trade experience. So why does the free group have the same signals as the VIP group? Well, mate, the free group does not have the same signals as the VIP group, but the free group does get about 30% of all of our stuff. You know, that's just the way it goes. About 25% actually, a little less than that. So for every 5 signals that I send to my VIP, for every 4 or 5 trade, that I send to my VIPs, I'm gonna send about 1 to the free group. Yeah. So new here and ready to learn to trade. Awesome Mazarenos. Jackson Chong, what happened to the US dollar? I don't know. Hola. Nothing. Nothing has happened to the US dollar. Yeah, that was a nice US dollar Mexican peso, right? I mean, we got that trade right here. We already closed that trade at the bottom of yesterday's move around the 1959 level. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that for 170 pips, mates. 170 pips. My question is, imagine we get a short signal on GBP yen. Can I go long on GBP USD or short US dollar yen instead? Please clarify the correlation on mentioned pairs. Yeah, sure. I mean, it depends on what you're trading. If you are trading the long side on the Japanese Japanese dollar, the Japanese yen. If you're trading the long side on the Japanese yen by going short the GBP Japanese yen, it's going to be a top move to go long the US dollar Japanese yen because it's a Japanese yen driven trade. But if it's a Japanese yen driven trade, you can trade the other side on the pound US dollar if the other trade is US dollar driven. You know, of course there is correlation between the pound yen and the pound US dollar, but you know, avoid trading highly correlated markets like that. Team Warthol, how are you, mate? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Good morning from Canada. Canada is in the house. Do you set for US 30 or Nasdaq? No, I'm gonna go through that, but those markets are really, really choppy at the moment. I'm waiting for next week for volume to come after summer. You know, us traders are the only people in the world that looks forward for the end of summer. You know. Where can I access trading reports for your VIP Forex? Well, we do have a MyFX account. I'll share that link with you afterwards. Hello, Des from Jax. How are you, mate? BTC back at 50. Yeah, let's have a look at Bitcoin. I do have a trade in Bitcoin I bought yesterday on this dip. And just waiting for that breakout, you know. Pretty simple. I'll show you. Bitcoin, hold on, a sliver, Bitcoin. So I bought a little bit of Bitcoin yesterday at the break of the highs. I'm just waiting for that breakout of the 50K, right? And if it breaks the 50K, this is going to rally hard. Right, so let's start by looking at the US dollar, right? Because I am a US dollar trader. I am a US dollar trader. Namibia in the house. So the US dollar, I mean, you can see that I have a lot of lines. I'm going to explain everything. Argentina está en la casa. ¿Cómo estás, loco? Yeah, I do have a lot of lines, but I'm going to tell you exactly what those lines mean, why do I have them on my chart, etc. So this move was on last Friday. Shush, hold on. This move was last Friday, at the end of last Friday on Jackson Hole Symposium. At the end of Jackson Hole Symposium, where Powell just came out super dovish, saying that he was not going or the Fed was not going to be tapering down the quantitative easing efforts, right? This round of quantitative easing. So we are bearish on the US dollar, and as you can see, this is the immediate structure, the very short-term structure, right? This is the very short-term structure. We are in a very structured market on the bearish side. Now this one is the mid-term structure. I know it's the same color, but I hate colors. Is there going to be more Forex signals today? No, Dekis, I don't think so. I mean, if you want to trade 10 times a day, go ahead and you do you, but I don't do that. You know, that's a good way to burn money and give up gains back. So this is the midterm structure, which was bullish, but was broken with, right? And right here we have the long-term structure, right? Which is still a little, it's still a little bullish. It's still very much bullish. And I want you guys to focus on this. The long-term structure, right? The long-term structure is bullish. But the thing about this is that this is July's high, right? July's high. Just let's calculate the range on July, right? This is what's interesting, right? July started at the lows, right? July started at the lows and then closed at the lows. August started at the lows. This is August. August started at the lows and closed at the middle of this range, and we are now in September, right? Now, what's interesting is that we have broken with the 92.80 and the 92.50 level. Those two very strong levels. Now, the other level that I'm looking for to the downside is the 92.18 to 92.10, 20, I'm sorry. So I think that we might still have some room for more downside on the US dollar before we get another pullback for eventually testing the 91.75 level or so. Now, here is the real make it or break it level. Why? Because we have the lows of the past 2 months, and we have this massive area where buyers starting to jump in, right? So by all means, this is the magnet area that I'm looking for on the downside. So I'm going to remain bearish. Well, if you want to join, Pauline, if you want to join my VIP group, you can type exclamation VIP on the chat, or just click the link below this video. You know, there's some commands for the chat for automatic responses. The commands are on at the bottom of the video, on the description of the video. So, whilst we are still inside of this short-term structure, I'm going to maintain my short bias or my bearish bias on the US dollar, right? The midterm structure to me is no longer in play. The two structures that are in play, in my opinion, are the long-term structure and the short-term structure. So I'm going to delete this, right? So these are the two structures that are still very much in play for me. Now, like I said, the 92.20 is going to be the next level where I'm going to look at the reaction of the DXY, or the reaction of buyers, or how buyers or sellers, you know, fight for this level. And if, you know, we keep on trading inside of this short-term bearish structure for the retest of those 2 months lows and that big level that I told you. So, you know, for the near future, I remain very much bearish on the USD. You know, my VIPs do get all of the juice. They do get all of the juice, meaning that I do share all of my trades with my VIPs. Right, so that's the US dollar. All right, can you guys hear me? Let's have a look. Hello? I'm back, right? All right. All right. Can you guys hear me? Cool. So why don't we go ahead and continue the show? Sorry about that, mate. Thank you for sticking around. You did not get blocked. Right. So let me re-invite everybody. Okay. So we're talking about the commands. You can actually just type exclamation point VIP and you are going to get a immediate answer. Actually, hold on. Let me remove that message because we need actually a couple of minutes for the bot to join as moderator. So why don't we go ahead and continue with this daily edge. I knew there was going to be a problem, you know, launching a new show. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to go smooth at all. But here we are, we're back. And yeah, we're ready to rock it. So, are you ready you know, are you ready for me to continue this? Of course you are. We are 9 minutes away for the New York Open. You know, we're going to keep on through the New York Open. We are going to definitely look towards a trade or two. So, the Japanese yen failed a bullish continuation, in my opinion, at the retest of last week's lows right here. Price was printing a very nice reversal pattern right here, but as I told you, the real reversal would have happened if price would have broken with these two highs or the weekly pivot and continue higher. That didn't happen, so we are bearish on the Japanese yen, and that is why I am still holding on to that pound yen long. I'm still long the pound yen with I don't know if you guys are, but I sent this trade to the VIPs and to the free group yesterday. I'm still holding on to it. You know, I'll show you. Where is it? Here. I'm still holding on to that trade. You know, I'm still holding on to that trade. And I'm going to keep it alive. Why? Because if you look at what has happened here, price broke with this major area of support, a major base, if you ask me. And this was the level that was capping the upside on the pound yen. Right? We had 1, 2, and 3 fake outs before. Actually, let me delete this. Who's a good boy? My dog is here. So definitely we had 3 fake outs. 3 fake outs before that definite breakout to the upside on that 4-hour candle. You know, and now that level is holding a support. So the highest probability trade is to the upside at the moment, as well as you can see on my on my MT4. I'm still long. I'm about 1.25 lots long on the pound yen. So that's the pound yen, guys. That was the free trade we are still on. I mean, it's still very much alive. We are 7 minutes or 6 minutes away till before the casino opens. And I say casino because, you know, at the open there's tons of volume that just buys and sells and it goes crazy like a casino. Right, so the US dollar Mexican peso, that was a nice trade that we had. Silver, I am in a silver trade that I'm not going to show you because that is a VIP trade, but for the swing trading channel only. But I am going to share my analysis with you. Now, With the VIP, no, I can't even tell you that gold because it's also a VIP trade. But hold on. Let's have a look at the daily chart on silver because I want to share with you my analysis in this case. Now, what I'm looking at in silver, of course, is a possibility to buy for a breakout of that 30 level. I've been saying this over and over and over for the past year. I want to get in long for a quite long-term trade in silver. Why? Because I'm looking for that breakout of the 30 level. Why? Because of the major upside possibilities in silver. Now, to all-time highs, we have a 70% move, or what, I don't even know if it's 20,000 pips or so, but that is a massive move from the 30 to the 50 level. In gold, we are very close to all-time highs. That's the main difference in those two metals, right? In those two markets. So I'm looking for longs in gold, price action at the moment doesn't look like much because price action at the moment looks like a pullback, right? But it doesn't matter if we pull back to the 23 level or so before we break with the midterm structure. This is a midterm structure because we have been trading inside of this structure since May 18th highs. So what I'm looking for is the possibility of getting in long. Why? Because this is a power buy zone, as you can see from the bottoms here. So this is a very tight range, not a very tight range, but this is a very rangy market that we have been, or that silver has been trading since the past year or so. A little more than a year, right? A little more than a year, about 412 days, and we can even get volume in this. That's awesome. So a lot of volume being traded for the past 400 days in silver here, but we are near the bottom of that range, and we had that very significant rejection of the lows at the 22 level. Which are last month's lows. I'm definitely bullish because the overall structure in this market is bullish. And if you notice, this is a clear flag, right? So this is a clear flag in silver, bullish flag in silver. So I am bullish silver, looking for that 30 level. I don't know if it's going to happen, right? But with the swing trading VIP team, we are looking for that possibility. And if you want to get in on that, you can click the link below this video or just type VIP. Yeah, or just type VIP on the chat. All right, so hold on, let me check the did you answer about depositing $50 into Longhorn for free signals? If you did, the stream cut off just before. I don't know about that $50 in Longhorn, mate. I don't think it's 50. I think it's 250, and you have to trade that account in order to get free signals. This is your bot. It's a night bot, it's a resource everybody can use. Nerds, I don't know what that is. Does that mean we can bearish in US dollar and bull gold? Yeah, Jackson, you can do, that is a correlation that exists. Well, Raj, I don't know if the gold market will rise, but I am sure prepared for that possibility. I am still long gold. I'd break even at the moment, but I'm still long gold. This is a massive area of resistance, though. Right, so CAD yen, GBP yen, slow gains, so slow. Yeah, I know. Is there going to be any free signal on the Telegram group today? Well, Raul, no, I don't think so. You already got a pound yen free signal, so I don't think so. No, I was talking silver. That chart was silver. I knew that. What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo, Chucho? Oh, he's scared. I don't know why my dog is scared, but he just went under my desk. Right. Do you think Bitcoin will break? Well, True FX, I'm going to ban you. Right. So US dollar, Canadian dollar. It's the money tree is just one. Just one exclamation. No, Vicky. Why? I mean, the U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar rises if if the U.S. dollar rises, and drops if the U.S. dollar drops, right? Now, oh, the market just opened. Shit, and we are seeing some bearish pressure on the US dollar. We are trading near the lows of the day, mates. So heads up to that. That's let's go. That's a pretty bearish open on the US dollar. Unemployment claims. Unemployment claims. I don't even know. I haven't seen the economic calendar. Let's have a look at that news terminal. Later on, economic calendar, Forex factory. Right, So unemployment claims. Well, unemployment claims dropped from last month. Revised numbers, right? And they were lower than expected. This can be bullish for the USD. The lower the unemployment claims, the lower, the better is for the economy, right? But you know, I mean, this number is so random that we need to see the actual revised numbers before actually looking at something on the market. So tomorrow we have non-farm payrolls at 1 hour before the market opens. So tomorrow's daily edge is going to be very early, or at noon for some of you guys, right? Be careful about that. So the US dollar is dropping. We are very close to those daily lows. Gold is still ranging, guys. You know, I reckon we're going to stay in this range for a while. I mean, if buyers are able to break with these highs, then and real break with these highs, then we have a chance to retest, you know, August highs at around the 1832 level. But if not, we're pretty much going to stay ranging for the time being. Crude oil just broke with the highs. The heads up to that. Crude oil just broke with the highs. UK oil, of course, Brent did also the same thing. A pretty flaggy market. That's cool. Let's have a look at the Dow. The pound yen turns green. Well, that's awesome for us, right? Let's have a look at that on my other screen, of course. Yes, we are rallying at the moment. That's awesome. So let's have a look at some equities. The S&P 500. You know, like I said before, prices on equities for my you know, risk preference are way too high. I would like to see, for example, the S&P 500. I would love to see a at least a 1.25% drop to that weekly pivot before thinking about buying into. And the cool thing about this is why I remember now. The cool thing about this is hold on. Dash. That's right. The cool thing about this is that we have this level right here. So in order for me to be a buyer in US equities, I would definitely need for at least a 1.25% drop in the S&P 500. On the NASDAQ, I would want a much deeper drop. And what's cool about the NASDAQ, guys, is no, I deleted a sell stop that I had on US oil. Actually, that's the sound you heard, Sam. What was I saying? Yeah, so the Nasdaq is the one that is looking very good for a possible pullback at the retest of those highs, the 15,700 level. Printing a rising wedge. This is by no means a trade idea that I'm giving you guys. I would never, ever, ever think about shorting these markets. What I'm looking at is a possible 2% move to that beautiful buy zone of mine around the 15,350 level or so, right? So this is what I would want to see on the Nasdaq, and more so because if you look at this, let's look at some structure in this market, right? No worries, Sam. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, structure. If you look at some structure in this market, or the structure of this market, right? We are at the very top of that structure, right? So a pullback on the Nasdaq, and we're talking about a pullback and calculating the pullback on the entire of last month's range. And we were talking just a 50% pullback to that power by, even less. Hold on, let's have a look. We're talking about a 38.2% pullback to that power buy zone. Now, if we have calculated targets on last week's range, from low to high, right, cheating a little bit with those Fibonacci's, the 161.80 is right there also to that power buy zone. So, what I'm looking for, or the possibility of, is a price action such as the last drop, right? Which would take prices to the retest of that structure. So that's what I'm looking for on the Nasdaq, and this would definitely be my power buy zone with, of course, stops just all the way below here. And here is where I would love to buy into some weakness. Yes, Tim, I'm sorry. I can take a look to the 4-hour chart on the FTSE. And the FTSE. This sucks. This blows. Oh, I see what you're saying. Upwards pattern. No. I mean, why don't we do something? Why don't you go ahead and screenshot or share me the link of your chart on TradingView, and I'll have a look, because I don't know what you are talking about, Tim. I'm more than happy to look at it, but I don't know what you're talking about with that pattern. So yeah, I mean, if anybody of you wants me to have a look at your charts, that's a new thing on this show. Just send me the link on your TradingView chart, and I'll have a look. Yeah, that's a new thing. Right, so the GBP Japanese yen turns green for the day. What in the flux? Oh, yeah. Sliver. Yeah, we have a breakout on the euro, in the euro Swiss franc. This is a long-term trade that I have on the euro Swiss franc. Yeah, just sharing that with you guys. A little braggy, I know, but who cares? So, the commands on the bots work. If you want to follow us on Instagram, and get a look at what we do on a daily basis and get more free content, there you go. That's our Instagram account. I think the bot is going to respond. God damn it. I don't know. Maybe I didn't set it up right. The US dollar, Canadian, and dollar. Okay, so this is a cool chart, right? This is a very, very cool chart on the US dollar CAD. Now, this is a cool thing, and let's talk about that chart for a minute, because the NZD pairs, let's have a look. Yeah, I know they are, but let's have a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar, because this is a cool chart. So the long-term structure in this market, kind of what is this, right? So let me just readjust this, because I think that it's fucked up. Yeah, that's the beauty of this. You can readjust your lines to the correct. Let's have a look at that bot. Come on, baby. All right, we don't care about that bot. So the USDCAD, pretty nice looking setup here. Now, I'm not gonna share my setup or my trade with you guys because this is a VIP True 8. Oh yeah, the Nightbot works. So yeah, follow us on Instagram if you want. Yeah, that's a VIP trade, so I'm not gonna share the actual trade with you, but I can share my views on this market with you guys. Of course that I can do that. Again, this is hey, I got a lot of stuff here. This is something that is going to bring me and the VIPs a ton of pips. So if you want to get in on that, you know, there is a link below this video. There's a link below this video so you can actually follow that trade with us. You know, you're more than welcome to join. There's a 30-day money back guarantee.
Here we go.
And if you want to follow the money, so let's have a look at the US dollar Canadian dollar, right? Yeah, I'm digging the new effects, right? So first of all, let's talk about these arrows that I have on my chart. I mean, these arrows are pointing out at hold on, oh boy, are pointing out at you know, at swing lows on my chart. You know, are pointing out swing lows on my chart, and if you notice on my oscillator, they are also pointing at swing lows on my oscillator. Now, if you look at this versus this, you can see on my oscillator that we have flat lows, and after that flat low, right here, we got a massive move to the upside. Let's calculate that move to the upside from low to high. We had a 527 pip move to the upside. Well, Kamal, you're just gonna have to wait because we do have a ton of emails, and our support team will be back with you. It's only been 9 hours, mate. You have to remain patient, because patience is what this business is all about. So I was saying that when we last made a new low, a new low on a bullish divergence on my oscillator, we moved about 527 pips to the upside. And right now we are doing the same thing whilst you know, retesting these previous broken highs, massive level, whilst printing a continuation pattern or a reversal pattern if you're looking the short term, same fucking thing, and also a retest of the overall structure. To me, this is a slam dunk deep buys on the US dollar Canadian dollar, and if you want to get in on that trade, I just sent my VIPs that trade, exactly levels to enter, exit, stop losses management, the full or the whole 10 yards or whatever the fucking expression is. The link is below this video if you want to join. There's 35 bucks a month. You know, that's nothing. If you are not willing to invest 35 pounds a month but want to make millions of dollars in the market, you know, you don't have the right mindset. And it's laughable. Right, so that's the US dollar Canadian dollar. Let's have a look at gold. Gold is dropping, I heard. And silver is dropping, that's fine. I mean, not dropping. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, we had a downtick on silver, but yeah, that's fine. Gold is still pretty much ranging, and if gold breaks with Tuesday's lows, well, you know, you gotta be out if you're long. You know, I am going to close my trade at break even if we break below gold. Yeah, I mean, have a look at this. If we break with Tuesday's lows, right, I'm pretty much going to break even on this long trade in gold. You should be careful. It's the whole 9 yards, Sam? Well, fuck. Eddie Fernandez doesn't like my language. Well, you're more than welcome to close this stream, mate. That's the way I speak. Right, so let's have a look at, if you think that traders are people that put on suits and ties every single day and speak very politely in a British accent, well, you're way off and you're watching too much TV, mate. This is an intense job, so you need releases. And if you don't like the way I speak, you're more than welcome to just close the YouTube app on your phone or wherever you're watching this show. I am not going to modify the way that I speak just because of you. So, big rally on the pound, right? So this is going to be very, very bullish for us on the pound yen. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that means that we are making money on that, on this free trade, right? Yes, money. So we are up cool 27 pips, 28 pips or so. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's rare. I don't know. Don't give out personal information here, please. Kadeja, how are you? Israr, please just email support. The emails in the top right of your screen. Just email support and they'll answer you. Okay, so we are making money, man. We are making money on this pound, rally. That's awesome. Right, so we're going to keep on that trade, of course. That's just have a look at this, and this is the reason that my targets are here. This is a very thick zone, right? The last time that price was trading at these levels, we dropped the first time we dropped about 500 pips to the lows of the range. Then again here we dropped about 400 pips. So it is going to be a very thick zone, and also we're talking about last month's highs. We're talking about last month's highs and the 161.8 of last week range. So those are very important bullish targets, and of course we're talking about the 153, which is a whole number, which is a kind of psychological, right? Kind of psychological resistance. So pretty. I very much dig how this trade is doing, and we're going to keep on that. Right. What else? GBP USD. Well, the GBP USD is pretty similar, mate. But what I didn't like about sending or trading the GBP USD long here is because of these fake outs that we've had on the pound US dollar, right at the 138 or these lows. So it was pretty. Let's have a look at the DXY. Yeah, the DXY just broke with today's lows, pretty bearish. Let's have a look at gold and silver. Pretty much doing the same. US dollar Mexican peso still shorting. We're talking about the GBP USD. So the GBP USD, it's a cool one, right? But I was already long on the pound versus the Japanese yen. And even though that this was kind of a Japanese yen driven trade, right, with the pound rallying because of the US dollar dropping, that was going to be bullish for my GBP yen, right? So I decided against trading the pound, the US dollar, because that would have implied taking double the risk on a pound driven trade, which is something that I don't do. And because this was a crazy level that, unlike the GBP Japanese yen, we have had already retested, right? So I'm looking for possible longs on the pound versus the US dollar, but at the retest. And if that happens of this level, that will be the only play on the pound USD. Yeah. So any more questions, or should I continue with my rant? Okay. Oh. So yeah, we are very much short the USD. So I don't have a trade anymore here on crude oil. The pound, the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay, so I've been asked a ton of by a ton of people about this market, and you know, this is just awful and horrible. You're more than welcome, Flor. This is just a horrible range. I'm not even going to look at this. The US dollar versus the Swiss franc, again, same rangy situation. The New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, very good. I mean, a very good breakout of last week's highs. You know, that would have been a great trade actually. But we were very. I mean, this is a US dollar driven trade, of course. But we were already short the US dollar with the US dollar Mexican peso trade that we took. So why would I? I mean, actually, I'm going to close that trade myself because, yeah, because I don't think it's going any lower without a major. Boom! I took profits. Securing profits. I don't think it's going to go any lower without a major pullback. So yeah, my idea was just to trade that double top breakout of the structured trade. You know, if you're not part of the VIP team, I'm going to show you the rationale behind that US dollar Mexican peso that we took. And you know, this is the actual trade that we took on this market. Hold on. Boom. So this is the trade that we took on this market. Now this is my Ethereum long. This is a cool 20,000 pips on a trade, right? If you want to get, I mean, we do have a VIP swing trading group that you can actually subscribe to, and you know, this is the trade on Ethereum that we are still holding since we took it back in June. The link is below this video. But I'm going to show you the Mexican peso trade. Right. So this is the US dollar Mexican peso short that we took with the VIPs and that we closed at plus 171 pips. Right. The rationale on that trade was pretty simple. I was looking at shorting the US dollar because I was looking at shorting. You know, after that Jackson Hole breakout and dovishness out of the Fed and that flag right here, and I was looking for short opportunities on any market, you know, and I decided to go with the US dollar Mexican peso just because how this setup presented itself, right? One, the risk to reward ratio. The risk to reward ratio on this trade was excellent, was a better than a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Why? Because my entry was below these lows and my stop losses were just here with targets around these lows where we closed that trade. Two, we were breaking the neckline of a double top. Three, we were breaking a massive, well, it was a massive breakout of the past week's lows and that structure, that very structured market or very structured move that we were trading in, right? So yeah, that was the rationale behind that trade, which I was pretty happy to take. Right, any more questions or should we continue? We have been live, I don't know how much time we have been live, but I think we have been live for an hour, but let's move on. You know, we had a down, I had a down moment, so I'm gonna give up on that. Woof! There's nothing much to do here, but you know, have fun and wait for some market. This is something that I dig. I'm not gonna take this trade though. I was along with you and the VIPs on this market, and we closed our trades around here. Now, This is a very thick area, but I do hate, what I hate about possible short here is, one, I'm already long the pound, the pound yen, right? Two, look at these weeks. Look at this. Look at this. This tells me that there is some heavy pressure supporting this market. Also it's against the euro, which makes for two very strong currencies competing against each other, which makes for this very, very, very sketchy, choppy markets. Aussie yen, nice, beautiful rally. Euro yen, again. Oh, right. So the euro yen, this is a cool thing about the euro yen. By no means I'm going to be short in this market at all. But the thing about this is that we are at the retesting the back or the top of last month's range or last month's highs, right? I would love to see a dip here to the 129.80 for me to be able to jump in and go long here. Talking about dips, let's have a look at equities. This is what I'm looking for on the NASDAQ. This is the setup that we will be trading with the VIPs. If you're not part of the VIP team, well, the link is below this video, mates. It's only 35 pounds a month, and we do have a 30-day money back guarantee. So there is absolutely no risk for you. But it's pretty rangy. There's no volume. Today we have non-farm payroll. So I'm going to end the stream here. We have been live for an hour, more than an hour. Thank you for joining me. And what the hell? Yeah, this is going to be every day. I'm not going to look for my language, Eddie. I'm sorry. That's just the way I speak. I'm the realest person you're going to meet. So, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm not tequila. So thank you for joining me, guys. It's a good thing we're making money on the pound yen. That's the kind of things the kind of trades that we do. We ended last month on a loss, first losing month since we started. Thank you, my Serenas. That's what I'm talking about. So last month was a losing month for us, first negative month since we started this VIP signals, which is fine. We had a like a 3-4% drop at the end of the month. So, but we recoup half of it with that US dollar Mexican peso, and this GBP Japanese yen is going to take us to the top, right? Yes, this will be at a fixed time every day. Normally, it will be 30 minutes after or before. I'm sorry, the New York Open. But tomorrow, because we have non-farm payrolls, it will be. It would be an hour and a half before the New York Open. But don't worry, I scheduled this at the beginning of the day, and I send a link to do what? To set a reminder to all the groups. So don't worry about that. If you're on the VIP group, you're definitely not going to miss it. So heads up to that. Just a last look on our GBP yen. Man, I love when this happens, don't you? I love it when they call me Big Papa. So we already out. Actually, when I manage this trade, no, I think it's too soon. Let's have a look at the hourly. Yes, I'm going to manage that. I don't know. Maybe. All right, just be careful. Yes, Valer, gold and silver are down at the same time. Let's have a look. Yeah, but who cares? It's just a little bit, just a little bit. Just plan the trade and trade the plan. Don't worry about price action afterwards, because no one knows what's going to happen. You cannot know what's going to happen. Whoever tells you they know what's going to happen, they're fucking lying to you, right? No one knows future auction. The only thing you can control is the probabilities of success of your trades and taking the optimal decisions at the time you place that trade or you decide not to place that trade, right? And the way to take optimal decisions is just to understand the math behind every single trade, the probabilities of success. I know the probabilities of success of all of my trades. So if I get stopped out, I don't care, because I am not results oriented. I don't focus on the outcome of one single trade, and you shouldn't too. In fact, if you know, just a little drop on silver makes you a little scary, just turn off your charts, and that's it. Or you're trading too big, one of two. So heads up to this trade management, because if we rally a little bit, right now we are up 33 pips, 32 pips or so. But if we rally a little bit more, I'm going to be moving my stops higher, right? I just need a clean break of these highs, which I think we got here on the hourly. So why don't we fucking move this to the 151.28? Right, let's manage this trade together. 151.38. Cool beans. Right, no! 151 what? 28, not 38. 151.28. Right, this is the level that I wanted. So right now we are risking 37 pips. So half of our risk, which is cool. I'm going to be updating the groups too. So that's a cool thing. So thank you for joining me, guys. Again, I'll be doing this every single day. When my studio gets when my studio's upgrade gets finished, then I'll be on camera with you. For the time being, not, because it's a fucking mess here. But it's going to end up looking pretty cool. What else? Yeah, so if you want to be part of the VIP team, you know, the link is below this video. It's only 35 bucks per month, or 35 pounds. Think about investing 35 pounds if you, again, if you're dreaming of making millions with the market, but you know, you're not sure on investing 35 pounds a month, maybe you don't have the right mindset. Just maybe. So thank you again for joining me, and have a great end of day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for non-farm payrolls.